Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back again to another Archon quest of Genshin Impact. So, I'm just trying to say that I really love this desert part of the map. It is so beautiful and it's just so magical. I've been walking on the snow, I've been walking on the grass plain. I never really know how is the feeling of walking on the desert.
The scholars that have gone missing. Have you seen them?
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
Whoa. What a natural conversation we have.
Haven't you noticed? The village has been getting more deranged scholars than ever. Delavar was saying that many people also went insane just before the fall of the Scarlet King civilization in ancient times. We don't quite know why, but it seems like there's some sort of connection between insanity and the Scarlet King. Isn't it a sign of the Scarlet King's power that all the mad scholars have disappeared? If you ask me, they must have been chosen as the final sacrifice for the Scarlet King's resurrection.
Source, trust me, I know everything.
Now, repeat everything you've just said from the very beginning.
Huh? Who are you? Where did you come from?
My patience is running thin. You heard what I asked.
Uh-oh. Chill.
Yeah, bro,
Bro.
this guy's something else. Just look at his eyes. One wrong move, and he's gonna flay us alive.
Bro!
They're all willing to serve under the Scarlet King and fight for a share of the glory.
What is the benefit if the Scarlet King comes back to you? You're just a normal human. What is the benefit for you and your people? Doesn't make any sense to me.
Where is this radical person you talked about?
I haven't run into him over the past few days, so he probably hasn't been around the village. What about you, man? Have you seen him at all?
Hey, how about you, man? How could people on the desert speak Los Angeles right now?
Try something foolish, and even Candace won't be able to protect you.
What's up with Sino? Why he's so emo? Why his thing, oh, I am the strongest man in the world. If I'm angry, no one can protect you guys.
Join the Eremites and embrace a wonderful new life.
Nah. Join the Eremites. Life sucks, dude. Alright, come on, Isak. I'm here, the outrider of the desert. Sino, my man. What the hell are you doing? You touching the ground.
It's to lead the exiled scholars away from the village.
I just realized that her eyes colors are different.
Far as I know, the kind of incense you just mentioned is only popular beyond the wall.
Oh, who's this sussy guy?
The wall of Samiel isn't just there to keep out the sandstorms. It serves a more important purpose, keeping out people like us.
Whoa.
Sumeru is run by wise and mighty sages. To them, us desert dwellers are nothing but tools that can be used and discarded at their whim. We're cheap labor, like livestock, but easier to control. Nothing more.
Damn.
Even if a
Pretty
child from the
racist.
desert got the chance to obtain an Akasha terminal, almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied. The academia believes we're underserving.
So the academia is not only old folks just doing what they want, they also are racist. Good, Hoyoverse. Oh, how is it feels like to be a desert? If you're coming from the Middle East, let me know in the comment section below. My only concern about it is just probably water, but then who knows? Maybe living in this kind of place feels lovely.
Why don't you take a guess? Go on. A wild stab in the dark. You're like lambs to the slaughter.
Really? This all NPC in the game? Come on, they are easy. Oh no. Anyway, that was it. I wish you can give me more battle.
How could you?
What do you mean impossible? You beating me? That's impossible.
That so-called Flame Mane is just a fraud. She admitted it herself. She just uses her connections to gain the trust of others.
Ooh.
That's what you thought, right?
The resurrection of the Scarlet King will only result in war. And war serves no one.
Exactly. What are they talking about? What are they thinking?
You have to believe me. If I knew that, I would have told you his name right away. I'm not risking another beating to keep his secrets. No way. He, That guy, he wears a cloak, and he's always careful to cover his face. He calls himself the Scarlet King's envoy.
Oh. That evil guy?
I believe I may know what's going on.
Uncle Anpu? What do you mean?
Oh.
Smooth.
Oh my god. Anger management. That's what he need.
Just as I thought. But what could they want with the village keepers?
People are nothing but tools in the eyes of the academia. A change in their plans likely means they found another way to exploit the scholars.
That was pretty fucked up.
Regardless, our top priority now is locating the village keepers.
This problem makes Inazuma's problem looks like a piece of cake. Oh.
Let's get some food in us and then we'll... Whoa!
Hello.
Where did you come from?
Well,
What are you
as you
doing?
can see, I am merely sitting here and reviewing what we have deduced thus far.
May I call you Traveler?
Yeah?
Hi, Traveler. I want to ask you something. Do you think the resurrection of the Scarlet King can truly change Sumeru for the better?
I love that it's only one answer.
Why is that?
Only results in conflict, yes?
Very similar to what Miss Candace says. I know you two are friends. That's why I'm willing to talk to you.
Yes.
Even though I do have some reservations.
We met Candace yesterday.
Before, I wouldn't even have the courage to ask something like this. Traveler, do you believe our lives will get better?
What's so better and what's so worse about you guys' life? You guys can go to the Sumeru city? You can just freely working there? I don't know what you're talking about. Except for the racism from the academia. That's the problem, right?
Yeah, we came here from another nation, so it isn't wrong of you to be weary. And we aren't really residents of any one nation. But even so, we've met lots of people from different places, and we've always fought for what we believed in. We have friends in Sumeru, and we want to help them. That's why we decided to stay here for a while.
I want to trust you. My apologies for posing my questions like that. To be honest, I didn't expect you to come back for more information.
Oh, Hatham told us you have your reasons. It's okay. We understand.
The fact is that only one side of my family is desert folk. I don't really fit in anywhere in Sumeru.
Oh, half.
Some believe in the Dendral Archon, while others believe in the Scarlet King.
I think it is also a problem in real life, like being a half-race people. But I just wish some people want to tell this kind of people that nothing is actually changed. You just normal human being.
I hear strange crying sounds in the night.
Oh, I have a super hearing all of a sudden.
There are ghosts?
Perhaps. I'm not sure. It's faint, but it's definitely the sound of crying. It comes from far away in the distance.
What?
It always carries very raw emotion. It used to be louder and more frequent. But ever since you arrived in the village, it doesn't seem to happen as often. And when it does, it's much quieter. I have to focus really hard to make it out.
I confirmed this with the guards on night duty. They also have someone with a good ear, and he's heard similar sounds at night. But because we're in the middle of a desert, he would rather believe that they are the cries of beasts than ghosts.
Again, it's just one of these days that I questions everything about this game storyline. You know, a lot of questionings means I enjoy the storyline so far. Hey boys, why do you guys always aggro to me? Pillagers. They are just everywhere.
And just like that, he sits down. Wait, he even brought a book to read? What are you reading? Let Paimon see.
Okay, sure.
Huh? The natural position.
The natural
Which is
position?
the positional propensity of an entity in natural motion. contrast with an object in forced motion? Huh? When free from external influences, every entity displays the tendency to follow its natural trajectory?
Oh, even me having a headache. Patient Abbas, male 23 years old. Mole on the left side of forehead and left-handed. While his condition remains very serious, survival will be difficult without professional medical care. The patient's survivability, once found, immediately inform. Don't give up. Stay positive. All beings are under the watchful eye of the divine, so don't ever give up. The rest of the documents has been rendered unreadable by weathering. Ooh, this is really creepy.
We're back!
You must be tired. You should rest and take some water.
Thank you. There's bananas there.
Situation.
Oh, that's not banana.
The
I thought that was banana.
Privy to certain kinds of information. Before you can take action against someone, you are required to have all the facts available, including the less than savory details. Simply put, the academia has traditionally allowed you access to a wealth of sensitive information. Knowing their modus operandi, wouldn't you expect them to take precautions against you? If you want to raise a vicious wolf, you need to make sure that you can avoid its bite.
The academia is monitoring me?
It's not that simple.
You're saying that the academia entered my information into the Akasha too? But what's the point in doing that? My actions aren't important enough to be added into the Akasha.
Because you're crazy, mate.
So that's how it is. Sino adheres to his principles so strongly that he's actually a thorn in their side. Tenacity of will and steadfast faith are worthless to the academia. They need scholars who are easily pliable and mindlessly go after anything they can profit from.
Oh my god. That sounds like a real lab PhD thing.
Simon feels like we're missing someone though.
Dia? Where's Dia go?
Dia? Why would you? Dia!
No! Freaking kid!
Hey, what are you doing?
Huh?
Didn't you say you'd help me find Grandpa? Why are you on their side?
Well, look who's here. Ain't that something?
This complicates things. I'm not the type that's easily swayed, Raman. You of all people should know that.
Wait, what's going on, Dia? Whose side are you on here?
Shut it, Paimon.
Doesn't matter. Pursuing our faith is our purpose in life. Even if the chance of success is 1 in a million, we must be willing to give everything we
Well,
have.
you are so dumb then. 1 in a million, that's impossible, you moron. What is up with these people, seriously?
Filthy traitors.
Are they drunk?
In that case, I'm willing to vouch for their honesty with my right arm. Come on,
Well,
Raman, don't be a coward.
that kinda
If
stupid.
you're serious about taking on the
Dia,
academia,
what are you talking
you
about?
need to steel yourself. You can't be afraid.
An arm from the flame mane. You've piqued my interest. But what if you refuse to oblige? What should I do then? No one's a fool here, Dia. We're mercs. The mercs don't tend to live long unless they have their wits about them.
You're not wrong, but this is different. I promised my friends that we'd bring back the village keepers together.
Let's do it right here then. Give me your right arm as proof of your resolve.
Oh. What happened? What is happening?
Don't listen to him. He's not even trying to negotiate. He just wants to make things more difficult.
That's fine.
Are you crazy?
Yeah, are you
I'm
crazy?
here to save lives. One arm for that many people is still a pretty good deal, if you ask me.
We can just beat them
Raman,
easily.
I'm
Come
holding up
on.
my end of the deal here. You'd better not let me down.
Sure. Go ahead and cut off her right arm.
What?
No! Dia! What are you gonna do? Think of something!
We're just gonna fight them. Easy.
You don't have to go this far.
That's not for you to decide.
Do it.
What? No. No. What the heck are you thinking about? Uh...
Stop!
What's wrong? Can't do it?
Flame Mane, you and I are both desert folk. Cutting off your arm is no different than cutting off my own fingers. Where's the sense in cutting my own kin to pieces?
I don't understand these people, dude. Oh my god, that was far away. Whoa. Okay. We're going to the heart of the desert. This pyramid is actually super duper impressive to look at. And it's super scary as well. Oh, battle in the middle of the sand. Let's go. Are that the grandpa? Is this really only one guy that they abduct? Come on, the battle of the sand.
They got here before us.
Uh-oh. Is it because Paimon overslept by 5 minutes and held everyone up?
Is everything ready?
Absolutely. Although, you brought fewer people than I imagined.
Bring him over.
Yeah, why only one? What happened with just one?
Why is there only one of them?
Raman, I've always thought of you as a man of his word. What's this about?
It's a 1-for-1 exchange. Sounds fair.
Yeah, sounds dumb.
And let me put it this way. Agreeing to any kind of deal with the Dendro Archon's people is already a huge compromise on my part. Don't you think you...
You stay right there!
Okay, we finally can just beat these people out. Uh-oh, a cutscene. I don't trust a cutscene. She's using a 1-star sword. Oh god, this guy's strong.
Flame, what do you think you're doing? Don't you see this blade here?
Looks like so dull.
You coward! Why are your hands shaking? Wait a second! It's a earthquake!
Oh. That's not an earthquake. That's quicksand. Or is it just a collapsing sand? Oh. No! We got eaten by the sand. Oh, we really did a fight inside the sand now. Well, we survived.
Miracle.
Oh, speaking of the devil.
Scarlet King!
What's he doing here? And his men too?
They must have fallen down here with us.
Okay, now we are gonna just start.
It's full of life here. This defies comprehension. It looked completely desolate from the outside. Yet, it flows with energy inside.
Yeah, and there's so many plants. It's so pretty!
While this structure is clearly left over from the Scarlet King civilization, the energy that flows in here is that of the Dendro Archon.
Oh.
Whatever you say. It's not like I have a vision.
Well, you're not cool then.
There's nothing to be angry about. Think of this as an academic journey.
It does seem kind of strange. If that's true, then we might have to explore this whole area to find an explanation.
Because the Dendro Archon is not racist, even though from the desert and from the forest, they're all the same. Yeah, a bunch of vegetables in the 1,000-year-old ruins.
There's so much vegetation here. It's different than what I expected.
It's from the Dendro Archon.
Plants for a desert.
That's what I call divine providence of the Scarlet King.
Ah, this dude. This dude just need to go.
Analyzing.
What? Why is this become so technologic now? Analyzing.
There seems to be a hidden message among these skeletal remains. Excellent. There's a device from the Scarlet King's civilization in this gravesite. I'll transmit the information over and project it for everyone to see.
Scarlet King is insanely Technologic.
Isn't sharing knowledge against the Academia's rules?
Yes. However, under the circumstances, I'd prefer you to see this for yourself. You'll understand after watching it.
Okay.
Civilization is born of knowledge, but so too can knowledge be its demise.
Is it the Scarlet King speaking?
A disaster caught us unaware. It was knowledge that did not belong to this world. The Scarlet King brought this forbidden knowledge into our world, and it quickly spread like a plague. People's minds were filled with crazed whispers. Dark gray scales spread across their bodies. Even the land was stripped of its vigor.
The Elazar!
Desperate, deathly silence remained. Were it not for greater Lord Rukkhadevata from the forests, the damage would have been irreversible.
That's the greater Lord
She
Rukkhadevata.
summoned the priests to build temples.
She's so pretty.
And infused into them the divine power of life. The disaster was miraculously tempered, and the embers of our civilization were preserved in Aru village.
That's what you got.
Alas, the miracle could not last. As long as forbidden knowledge continued to exist, it would forever blight this world. In the end, the proud king of the desert, my eternal lord, chose to sacrifice himself. I have spent my whole life since guarding one of these many temples. But now, my duty is coming to an end. As I close my eyes for the final time,
Bro.
the sight of that noble deity will appear in my vision once more. In helping the Scarlet King to eradicate forbidden knowledge, she exhausted her strength, and her form became that of a small child.
What?
How strange. Now that I think of her, I no longer have any fear of death, for I sense that
So Lesser Lord
the spirit
Kusanali
of
is
life
greater
will
Lord
abide with me during
Rukkhadevata?
my eternal sleep.
He's
Children
become a
of the
little
desert,
child.
cling no longer to past grievances, but hold tight to the memory of this act of benevolence.
Wow.
What was that?
That hits hard for the believer of the King Scarlet.
Priest's memories.
No, impossible.
It's not impossible, dude. It's just the Scarlet King civilization is just being saved by the greater Lord Rukkhadevata, and by the thing it says that Lesser Lord Kusanali is actually greater Lord Rukkhadevata. It can be wrong. The sages are trying to create a new god, aren't they? Let's go.
Huh? That sure didn't sound like a fancy metaphor or anything. You're serious, aren't you?
Everyone being surprised.
There's no use hiding it now. Yes, you're right. The Academia is working on an important and potentially world-changing project. They are creating a new god. A god that will belong to them and to the people of Sumeru.
Why?
It may seem as if Sumeru's academics are thriving, but ever since the death of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, scholarly breakthroughs have been few and far between. The withering of Irminsul has been getting worse recently. The sages have tried everything they could think of, but nothing's worked. I'm always hearing them say things like, if only Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was still with us.
Continue.
So you want the freaking Fatui guy to be your god?
And then, someone from the Fatui showed up. They called him the Doctor. He brought a gnosis and said he wanted to borrow the Academia's research facilities.
Oh my
The Doctor
gosh.
was previously expelled from the Academia. At first, the sages looked down at him in disdain. But when he said those words, everyone's expression changed.
What
He
words?
asked them, do you wish to create a god?
And you guys agree?
This is what the arrogant ignorance at the extreme end of academia looks like.
First, the Academia spent a long time constructing a divine vessel, which was based on an exquisite humanoid puppet. After that, they harvested dreams via the Zeb-Zerus festival Samsara. maximizing the Akasha's output.
Wow.
With the doctor's help, and the Akasha now functioning at maximum efficiency, they were able to use it to extract the power from the Gnosis and convert it into a divine core.
How the heck they got the Gnosis?
Next, they
If you already have a new god, why try to create another one?
From the beginning, the Academia has never treated her as a god. When the Academia first discovered Lesser Lord Kusanali, the newborn god of wisdom, the sages hoped that she would be as wise as Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But upon evaluation,
she just want you guys to duk.
Lord Kusanali's Gnosis had been used to power the Akasha this entire time.
Oh.
By herself, she has neither an Archon's raw power, nor the spectacular insight expected of a god of wisdom.
So that's why she got easily overwhelmed by the
Slowly
Fatui.
but surely, people began to forget about her existence.
So, this is the path the sages have chosen.
Despite everything Lesser Lord Kusanali has done for her people, the Academia has abandoned her in the sanctuary of Surastana like a lost cause. Even those she's protected have never realized there's such a small and childlike god in the world.
Hey! Say something! Stop spacing out!
Come on, is there nothing left to talk about? In that case, let's all get some water and try to think about something else.
Or I can go fetch some snacks.
Let's go.
Oh, Paimon's so coming with you.
Do you have any plans, traveler?
Gods above, you're not talking about work, are you?
My plan is just wait for the next patch, really.
Even though we lived through all of this firsthand, it still feels super surreal to hear you talk about it again.
What a whirlwind of a story. I felt like I was holding my breath the whole time.
It seems like there'll be more issues to face in the days ahead than I'd anticipated.
Still, now's a good time to make our next move. Now that Ramon's joined us, we'll be an even stronger team.
It's time to make a plan.
Indeed. These events are a flagrant transgression of the rules in every sense. We cannot allow it to continue.
So, everyone, are we on the same page?
Crush the sages and rescue our god. That is our ultimate goal.
Yes. Let's go.
Let's brainstorm a little more about what other resources we can draw on.
The next time we gather here, we must have a solid plan.
Yep, it'll work out for sure.
Oh my god, that was just the best. And we have still to wait until the next patch. Especially, that means we also got Nahida as the character on the banner. This is one hell of a story, guys. I'm telling you, this is just the best.